Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of Josh's Junk, where we're going to talk about a very important place that ended up being a very important part of a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
Changing their future big time.
For sure. Lots of videos, lots of pictures, lots of memories.
Like, let's just start. Actually, I'll let Lucas lead this one. Lucas, what was your journey? What were you doing before you went to Kmart? How'd you get there? What did you do before we met? Just kind of lead up.
I got my big boy pants on.
Yeah,
you
gotta lead.
I went from being cut off from doing intros permanently to now I'm leading a podcast. This is big steps here. But yeah, we are talking about Kmart, the one in Springboro specifically.
That's That's a 5 foot tall spoon.
Why the hell would you need a 5 foot tall spoon?
He bought it because it was $20.
A sucker is born every minute.
All right. Anyway, give us your journey.
So we're talking about how I got up.
What did you do before?
Well, good Lord, this is 10 years ago. 18, yeah, about 10 years ago. Working at McDonald's, all-star employee like always.
All McDonald's employees think they're all-stars.
They literally started employee of the month just so they could give it to me. That's for sure. Quit the day after Christmas as a gift to myself. Best Christmas gift ever. Seriously considering doing that again. But put in an application for Kmart because it's right there, right next door, nice and simple. And did the application, signed up, and the computer automatically signed me up for an interview. So I go in there, right on time, and I talk to the manager or whatever, well, the HR person, Connie, yeah. And
Connie.
She's like, I don't see you in the system. And I was like, I have, here's my stuff. I'm supposed to be here. She's like, no, you're not.
I'm smiling because I've heard this story before.
And
it's dumber on Kmart's part every time I hear it.
No, it gets dumber, trust me. And so I go back there and talk to her, and nothing happens. So, flash forward 5 months later, or whatever, I try again. Why I'm so determined to work at Kmart, I don't know. But I do it again. Computer signs me up again. I go in there. You're not in our system, but let's interview you anyways because you are here. Well, they thought I was good enough to work in Little Caesars and making pizzas. So they give me a shot there. I come in, I work there for half hour, and then they're short on people because a bunch of people called off. Sounds familiar.
It's our daily lives now.
And throw me on the floor. They give me this ridiculous task in Garden Shop of breaking down all the black benches that hold the flowers.
They have the flowers. Yeah,
And
I love moving those all over the store.
Yeah, this is at like 11, okay? And
you got there with Bowman, right?
Yeah. This is like
Mike Bowman, shout out. If somehow you listen to this,
he's stalking us.
No, if somehow you manage to listen to this, I'm happy with the podcast. It was money well spent. Alright, sorry.
This is like at 11 o'clock, and
Yeah.
I was supposed to leave at like 4 or 5. I wasn't supposed to get done with it. Nobody, like a team of people, wasn't supposed to accomplish this task of breaking down and organizing all these benches. And I did it in, I think, 40 minutes. So I come inside drenched in sweat, and I was like, what else do you want? And they're all just staring at me like I'm some, like, prodigy or something. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with you people? And I ended up working there 4 years. And, midway through that, though, I met you. So how did you start working at Kmart?
I graduated high school.
Did they have a job fair there?
No.
Alright, that would have been kind of tacky.
Graduated high school and went through summer vacation per the normal. June, July. About August 18th, my dad wakes up and he's like, you're either coming to work with me or you're going to go find yourself a job. Figure it out by next week. The next Monday I had an interview at Kmart. Nailed it. They're like, can you start tomorrow at 6 or 3? And I was like, yeah, I'll be there. I started as a truck unloader with James and Joe right off the bat. That was like the two they put me with right away. And Mark was like in charge of me when I was out on the floor. That was Bowman's right hand. You know, Mark was Bowman's go-to. And did that for a while. Most of the time I was there actually. Worked there for almost 5 years. And then I went to the backroom locator job.
I remember that.
That's when I quit because they told me my hours would shrink, and they shrunk.
Yeah, dude. Worked in layaway for like 2 years. Dealing with people's problems.
People just suck.
Come in on Christmas Eve trying to pick up your kids' presents, but you never made a payment ever. You put this stuff in like 6 months ago. Layaway is only like a 2-month, contract. You put it in half a year ago. You never made a single payment ever. And then you come crying and complaining because your kid isn't getting Christmas. That's tragic. That's not my fault. That's yours for being irresponsible. Probably why I'm so tolerant of people. Like, literally, daily basis dealing with that. And then, new store manager came in, promised I would never have to do layaway again, bragged about it to everybody. And I went back to receiving. That's how I met this guy here. Unloading trucks, driving the forklift, time of my life.
Dude, I got to drive the forklift too. It was pretty cool.
You drove it into the building.
Stuck in the building. If you drive behind the Kmart in Springboro, you can see where I got stuck and tried to pull it down, and it kind of like scraped the wall.
Yeah.
I got a pallet stuck in the wall, remember?
Yeah, you almost flipped it over and killed yourself too. There's a reason I started driving it and you were like banished to stocking shelves. Yeah. When it rains, it pours.
But what led me to meeting you was I was on the day shift. I was always on 8 to 5, 6 to 3, 7 to 4, whatever.
Yeah, and I worked.
It calls for with the schedule, and you worked the shift directly after me. So I like see you clocking in as I clocked out every day. So I'm like, well, this dude apparently works here all the time.
Walking around when it's
and
empty.
then one day you're hanging out on the receiving dock, and I'm like, who's this dude? Oh, that's the dude that gets the keys every damn night.
Yeah. James like, this is your new partner.
Yeah, because they moved Joe to 620.
It's like, I hope you guys get along. If not, you will.
And then one day that the truck was late, we took Brian to his house, went to the mall. It was closed.
Saw 21 Jump Street like we talked about
Jump Street.
The last podcast.
Yeah, I mean, that's the story. People's like, you guys are
and then,
different. It's like, well, you know, like Lucas hates most of the shit I love. I don't like, he likes corn. I don't like it. I like football. Lucas don't like it.
Yeah, we were complete exact opposites.
Like, went and saw Jump Street and died laughing, went back to work. It was a great day, I think. So I think we flew through the truck. Got done.
I wouldn't know because I left because they stuck me in electronics.
Yeah, Lucas gets pulled away.
I called James, and because you guys went back there to unload it, I was like, I only came back to unload the truck, and they stuck me back here. And he's like, I don't freaking care. Like, I'm going home then. I just clocked out and left. No one said anything either.
So that's when I met you. The big thing about Kmart, which really is insane, is the impact it actually had on my whole life. Even still, to this day, it impacts it.
It's kind of weird. It's like a giant family, and it's just like a freaking retail store.
Before I met you, I knew Joe, I knew Devin, I knew Mark, I knew Rose, I knew Bowman, I knew Sherry, Shirley, Jan. I knew everybody there. When we got new people, I knew them quickly. Everybody knew who the fuck I was.
That's
For some reason, everywhere I work, people are like,
oh, that's kind of everywhere you go.
yeah. So I mean, I must not be that terrible of a person because everywhere I go, I move up.
And I just find out about people.
And everywhere you go, people beg you to move up, and you're like, nah.
Story of my life. That's every single job I've ever had.
I met Alex.
I've learned my lesson.
Alex impacted my life. Got my first apartment. My roommate. Neg, supervisor.
Ben.
Nice working with people that. Ben, hell yeah, Ben. Loss prevention, Ben. One of my best friends, dude. AJ Styles still sucks, but I love you anyway. I mean. Oh, who else? Maggie.
You remember the time? It was
Connie,
last year.
Andrea.
We went into Walmart
Doug.
on Black Friday, and we saw Maggie because she works in fashions now. And we're like, "What's up, Maggie?" And she just looked at us like she didn't even know. Then again, her boss was standing right next to her, but that look, she's like, "I don't know you guys. What are you doing?"
I've always worked at Walmart.
Crushed. Yeah. I grew up. This was my first job. And Jerry just sits on his freaking ass at the casino.
Jerry don't
won't
do shit.
anything.
Yeah, Doug just golfs and gets spray tanned.
Doug looks like he's like 35.
He looks like David Hasselhoff.
He is fitter than like every single person I know put together.
He's like a thinner David Hasselhoff because he's fucking so bright. He walks in and I have my sunglasses on. And he's like, "Child, please."
Child plays.
But like, it's crazy how big of an impact still like.
Dude, yes, we need to take this image on your shirt, replace it with Doug's face, and put child please under it. Doing that. I'm taking a picture of that later.
Like, I met everybody, and then when Lucas got fired for refusing to do layaway after they.
I got
he
fired.
Said they told him
for
that
people.
You're not doing layaway ever again.
Will you tell me something? You better freaking keep your word for it. I mean, what kind of freaking man are you that you can't keep your word? And not just something you told me.
He wasn't really a man.
Yeah, that's for sure. And not just something you tell me, but you tell everybody and then you brag about it and then you try and go back on it. That's not going to fly.
Lucas gets fired. I'm there for about another month. I go to which is where I work now. Lucas came. Well, he went to Dayton Daily paper first.
Dayton Daily. And honestly, I'd probably still be working there too.
Then he came to we both work there now. And like my whole foundation of friends was built at Kmart. Like there was Lacey,
still have most of those
Megan, Carly, like all the people I already named. And there's more because we work with tons. Robin, I mean Berna. I mean there's tons. Remember
Berna?
You remember how fun the little celebration was we went to?
Yeah,
When they celebrated.
It's supposed to be a
Joe walked out too. I'm 260 from my shirt. Was like,
it's supposed to be a new store opening.
Yeah.
And they just kind of
It was like
cleaned. They cleaned the floor a little bit.
It was like that episode of The Office when Michael and what's that new HR's name? Holly. I think. They do that skit at the picnic, and they're like, the Burlington branch is closing, and they're like, David, are you for real? And he's like, Michael, why would you tell them? He's like, well, it's just a rumor. He's like, well, they are closing. That's how I feel they were doing it to all of us. Like, you all are going to close.
They bust them all in at the same time.
Which is sad, dude, because I miss it. It's a big part of my life. It really is. I remember my dad was always like, Josh, you're wasting your life.
It is.
You're
one
not
of those
making
things.
much money. You can do better. You're smart. All this shit. So.
It is one of those things where we absolutely hated it.
But like, I knew what I was getting. Like, I go to work, Lucas, hang out with Lucas, hang out with Joe, Devin, Mark, Bowman. Like, Bowman was awesome. Worked with a bunch of cool people. There was like Harold in Electronics, that was awesome. Doug was awesome. Dude, there was just badass. It was just fun. It was fun. You could look forward to going to work.
The best part,
fun. Why isn't there jobs like that?
As soon as you got your work done, you could walk around and do nothing.
Why can't we go get a job making like $14 an hour just being a badass sales associate at like a Walmart? Stock, unpack, do all that. Like but you gotta be like great. Like we could put out some freight.
See, something, say it's supposed to take you 4 hours, if you did it in 2 hours, like you worked really hard, did it in 2 hours, you could walk around for 2 hours and do absolutely nothing.
I'm going to get a job at Walmart for a week this winter.
See what it's like.
I want to unload a truck.
I wonder what I know they.
You know what I mean?
You know how James always told us everything came shrink wrapped?
You know what's great?
It's not.
If I go and I go to unload the truck and I'm like, this is stupid, I can just leave.
Yeah.
Because I have a real job.
Yeah.
No offense to the people that work at Walmart, but I guess it's technically not a real job. Unless you're a manager or something.
Some of those people make more than we do.
Yeah, but it's not a full-term thing.
I mean, freaking, what was his name? That was with Pam?
Oh, God, I'm not going there. It's all about your cousin.
No. What was his name?
Rob.
He went to Walmart, and now he's a manager. They hired him, just the manager. He has benefits and everything, and he's making more than you, just for showing up. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's a whole other subject, though. Jobs that pay better and actually care about you. Not saying that our current employer doesn't care about us, but so anyways.
I liked working at Kmart. It was a real good time.
It was a great workout. In the back of a semi-trailer that's 140 degrees.
Kind of one of our ideas for the podcast is we want you guys to listen to all of it, because in order to understand where we're coming from, you kind of need to listen to everything. Like, you can't really half-ass it. Like, it's like watching a football game. Do you watch the first and second quarter, then turn it off?
Yeah, I don't like football.
Lucas, talk about normal men. Okay? Louisville, Clemson, all the games, 21 and a half. Well, I'm going to turn it off and watch Gossip Girl with my wife real quick. No.
That does sound better, though.
But
yeah, Kmart.
Freaking Kmart.
What creeps me out, though, is when you drive by, the lights are still on, I guess, to keep the burglars away.
It probably lives in there.
Speaking of Kmart, I still got a bunch of videos I need to edit together, and when they were cleaning out, walked through there and just walked wherever I wanted, and thanks to our buddy Joe, and I'll probably put those up here eventually.
Yeah, when we walked through the
back of the receiving and layaway lofts and everything. That'd be cool.
Dude, missed a big key guy in the people we met. Huge one. Who do we forget? Give you 3 guesses.
Alright, 3. Oh, I think I'm gonna give you a hint.
We missed him. You've worked with him everywhere you've been. I've worked with him everywhere I've been.
Oh, Mr. Tyler Witt.
Who is also kind of like a founder of this podcast idea.
How could I have... We forgot him.
Tyler has been on my line where I work now for like almost 4-ish years.
I worked with him at my last job.
And then, guess where Tyler worked before and Dayton Daily?
Where?
Kmart with us. Boom. So, I mean, and I see him every single day at work. Have lunch with him every day. We talk about, I know it's Kmart. I know so many people. When I worked there, I kind of gained like a work ethic Like it wasn't much, but like I took pride in being really fast at getting it out and people not complaining about what it looks like.
You were held accountable.
Yeah.
Well, and that's basically just thanks to James.
You were held accountable and you didn't even make much money, but now there's places that you're making tons. And
We
you're not
got
held
paid
accountable.
half of
Yeah.
what we make now.
So yeah, I'm like almost
Literally half.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But what we're going to do a part 2 to this, like pretty much right after this one. We're trying to keep our podcast to kind of 10 to 15 minute increments, kind of, people don't want to listen to a 40-minute thing, kind of, so like 10, 15 minutes of their time. We're going to try that. We're trying to get viewers to listen to the whole thing, so we're going to kind of stretch and leave some of the controversial stuff that I would say would be more toward the end.
Especially since this is 21 minutes.
Yeah, so we're going to cut it here. We'll be right back with best moments.
Best moments.
Rumors that we heard, this all coming out. It's going to be the Kmart Gossip Podcast.
I feel like this is the VH1, behind the band or whatever it is.
Dude, it's going to be great. I'm Josh. That's Lucas.
Yep.
See you next time.
See ya.